Hey, Dustin Tibbetts, financial advisor here with Jazz Wealth Managers. Shirt says so, right? That's how you know. Hey, welcome to our FinTips series, real quick series that we do to teach you something new, maybe make you think about something a little bit differently. How about that video on Monday, huh? That was a good one. Anyways, we're going to talk about something a little unique here because we're in a unique time. There's a lot of people making different decisions than they've normally made. Monday's video was a great example of that. But here's where we're at. We're in a point where the deadline for contributing to an IRA has been moved, right? It's usually April 15th of the year following the year you're contributing for. Sorry, it's the way they say it. But now it's July 15th. So the IRS basically, or the government said, extend it. Give people more time to contribute for the previous year because times are tough and, you know, a lot of other things in the CARES Act there that they worked out. But a lot of people don't have money. So they're like, well, this is a tough time for me. I got a restaurant. It's not working. Nobody's making any money. So I can't contribute even if I have more time. And so I'm getting this question more and more. Hey, Dustin, could I take from my individual account and put it in my Roth? Can I just make the contribution from my individual account to my Roth? The answer is yes. If you're one of our customers, it's actually quite a simple process for us, but there are some considerations like anything else. If you make, let's say you have in your IRA some money, whatever it is. In your individual account, you've got $10,000 and it's invested. Both accounts are invested. When customers of ours have two accounts, we generally treat them the same unless they've told us they have different goals. So let's say all of your accounts are fully invested. There's next to no cash in there at all. And you say, well, I don't have any money, but I'll tell you what, I'll take money from my individual account to make a contribution to my Roth IRA. Well, that might involve selling positions, right? Sometimes we have to sell those positions to move the cash as a contribution into your Roth IRA. Well, what happens if you sell winning positions? What happens if by chance you happen to have winning positions right now, you sell them to make a contribution to your Roth IRA? Was that a short-term capital gain? If so, you owe, what, 12, 22, 24% to make a contribution to your Roth. So it's like you're paying 12% to contribute to a Roth. I don't know if that makes any sense, right? It doesn't seem right. What if you sell a losing position and you have like $5,000 worth of taxable losses? Well, you can only write off $3,000 in a year, at least as of now. And so what do you do, right? That's not fair. You shouldn't do that. So what you have to be very careful about here is if you do sell positions in an individual account to make contributions to a Roth because you don't have any dough, then you want to be choosy about those positions. I'm going to show you how we do it with our customers here. Actually, excuse me, I actually had a customer that said, let's consider doing this. And I said, well, all right, hold on. First of all, we don't want to take taxable gains if we don't want to. What we'd ideally want to do is sell, he needed to put $3,500 into his Roth. And so we said, ideally what we'd like to do is sell off enough positions where you have zero capital gains and zero capital losses. Or if you like, maybe we have capital losses and we can sell that off and you could use it as a write-off on your taxes. So imagine if we need to move $3,500 from an individual into a Roth, but we could take some capital losses at the same time. You use them as a tax write-off. You're technically bringing down your income a little bit, right? It helps anyways, pay less taxes. So here's what we look at. I double-checked that there's no account information on here, so nobody's going to get in trouble. But at the bottom of the page, you could see the current value. Over here. Value of the account, $9,756. That's at the bottom middle of the page. On the graph in the middle there, which looks like a football, which is how they brand it, it's called tax football. What you basically have is on the y-axis, your taxable gains and losses go into negative there, and how much you could sell of the $9,756 to generate a potential gain or loss. So the first thing we want to do is we only want to sell the $3,500, as close to it as possible. There's no sense in selling off $5,000 if the person only wants to move $3,500. So you can see that if you move to the middle of the screen somewhere, right about $3,500, I'll put my cursor there. That's about as far as we want to go. Now we have a choice. Without doing anything complicated, we have a choice to say, do we want to sell positions for a capital gain, which would be up here in the light or teal sort of area, or in this case, do we want to sell for zero? Can we sell for zero? Or even a capital loss? And if we can sell for a capital loss, $3,500, what's the max loss that we could take for the customer? So at the moment, I'm going to try to get it perfect for you, almost perfect. Off to the right, you can see the cash proceeds, $3,546 is the best I could do with my little click there. If I maybe slide over a little bit, you can see it, we're getting close there. 35.14, that's close enough. Okay, so we're selling off $3,514 as of this very second. We are going to take a total loss of negative $291. It's a small taxable loss for the person that they could take. At the moment, if you look up at the top, if we just blindly sold positions, they could be responsible for a capital gain of as much as $350. But in this case, we're able to say, okay, let's try this. Let's sell $3,500 and let's add a bonus on top of it of having a capital loss. I asked the customer, do you have any other capital losses you're writing off this year from accounts that I've never heard of or something? They say, nope, got nothing. So, okay, well then that's fine. We can do this here, and on your tax form, you'll have a tax loss of $291, which you can use as a tax write-off. They say, okay, let's do it. Now, alternatively, we could just go right in the middle and say we don't want anything to show up on their tax gains or loss. I could just slide this little slider guy over here and fix that, or just type it in there. Goes 0 is what we want. And we get the adjustment there. So it's basically telling me what I need to sell off and what positions the system is going to sell off to make sure that they don't have any tax gains or losses. It's a visual tax loss harvesting, if you want to look at it that way. Tax loss harvesting is largely something that other companies just say, don't worry, we have an automated service that does it. We do as well, but we just happen to have a way to visually show you if you want to take a look. If you happen to be one of our customers and you have an individual account, you can actually see the same thing as I am here if you want to strategize with me. But that's the moral of the story. Yes, you can take from your individual account and contribute to a Roth or a traditional IRA or whatever you like, really. But careful, don't sell off positions to take a large capital gain or loss. Now, this is a $10,000 account. Imagine if you had a lot more money in your account or you had less positions, right? We're so diverse in our portfolios that we can actually say, well, we'll pick this one. Oh, that one's not doing well. This one's doing well. A little bit of that one and a little bit of that one, and poof, 0 taxable gain. Now this customer can actually pick up the $3,500, move it into the Roth with no other consequence in mind. That's the main moral of the story today, and I hope you enjoyed that. I appreciate you watching. If this helped you in some way, hit the subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. And maybe check us out at Jazz Wealth. If you want someone to be walking right with you with your investments, not an automated service, not someone that will never talk to you or teach you anything, that may be somebody else. But if you want to work with us, of course, check us out at jazzwealth.com. I appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you soon.
Why should you choose Jazz Wealth as your retirement or long-term investing service? Our portfolios are managed by us, not some faceless mutual fund manager. Our private classes will teach you everything about investing and getting your dough straight. Best of all, our fiduciary standard means your best interest comes before ours.